Real quickly, Dustin, I mean, you mentioned the Kyle Larson story you think is going to be a big story for the first half of the year. What else do you expect will be the big stories that you'll be watching as the year gets going?
Well, I'll tell you, I think there are some others. I think starting off with Daytona, I think there's some fascinating storylines. When you look at the last 3 years, the winners have been guys that did not have a whole lot of wins before they scored their Daytona 500 win. Is this the year that maybe that streak breaks and you see somebody that has gone winless in the Daytona 500 for so many years? You think of Martin Truex Jr. 0 for 19, Kyle Busch 0 for 18, Brad Keselowski 0 for 14. Brad has made it quite clear and has been openly talking about how that is his biggest goal right now is to win the Daytona 500. So, I think it'll be fascinating to see who Jamie may be interviewing at the start-finish line at the end of the Daytona 500 and what those emotions will be like, because any of those three would be fantastic along with any of the others. But I almost wonder if this is the year that maybe one of those winless droughts ends this season.
Jamie, what are you going to be watching? What do you think the big stories will be early in the year?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I love all these stories like Legacy Motor Club, for instance, just all the changes that have gone on there, the sponsors they've brought on, switching to Toyota, John Hunter Nemechek, Jimmy's going to race even more this year. Well, all that time, energy, resources, Matt Kenseth coming on, all those extra sponsors, will that help? Will, Toyota being there and being a big part of it help them? What kind of results will they have? I'm really curious to see how that goes. I'm always curious. I love the underdog story, so I love rookies. I'm curious how our rookie class will do. Carson Hocevar was so impressive in all of the Cup races he was in last year. So what's he going to be able to do now that he has that stability built around him? Zane Smith, Truck Series champion. He did a great job behind the wheel in the races he did last year. What's he going to be able to do? And Noah Gragson being back, okay, buddy, now you have a second chance. What are you going to do with it? You're at Stewart Haas Racing. What can you do in the 10 car? Those are all things that I love to watch, how these young kids will prevail. I'm curious to see what Kyle Busch will do in his second year with RCR. And of course, if he can win the Daytona 500, we all know, we heard him say he's always got that spot open on his trophy case for the Daytona 500 trophy, the one thing he has not accomplished in his life. And then I think the biggest story on the whole year is just, can Denny Hamlin win a championship? I hate to be one of those to pile on, because it's low-hanging fruit for all the haters, right? But can Denny do it? I hate to see somebody as good as him, as talented as him, to go without winning a championship.
Well, Kyle Busch did maintain that he was leading after 200 laps last year at Daytona.
Yes, so he did win the 500.
He did win the 500. Unfortunately, the race didn't stop there.